Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the Rider Kicks figure Rider Armor Series X-Aid Armor. So here it is, featured prominently on the front of the box. I really like it. I love the giant Gashat arm pads. Pretty ridiculous. Here is a picture of Gates wearing it on the side. Here's a picture of Geo wearing it on this side. Not too much going on the bottom. Top just says Rider Armor Series. And then on the back, again, it just shows the armor on both Geo and Gates. So of course we will take a look at that. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging so we can take a closer look. Here is the X-Aid armor assembled out of the packaging. It's very similar to the build armor that we looked at previously, where the arm pieces kind of plug into the shoulders and the legs kind of hook to the waist so that you can display the armor with nobody inside it, which I think is pretty cool. I love the giant Gashat shoulder pads. I think that's absolutely ridiculous and super fun. And unlike the build armor, it's painted all the way around on both sides, so you do not have to pop off the shoulders and move them around, which I do appreciate. Here are the giant Gashikan Breaker arms with the A-B buttons and the giant hammer on the front, so he doesn't have any real hands. Obviously the hands of Geo and Gates will fit inside, and then he's got kind of normal legs, very, very similar legs to what we saw with the build armor. Pretty much the same pieces, just with different stickers, if I had to guess. Speaking of stickers, actually this might be paint, but these are stickers. The chest piece on both sides, this is one solid sticker, and then this has to be two because of how the backpack opens. I'm not a huge fan of the stickers, but it's not terrible. I'm going to take the head off. At least it's only one sticker. Well, technically three, but they go together. They go on very easily. They look pretty good. You can see it's got the chest plate from X-Aid with the buttons, the power bar, the sword, and the hammer. So I like that a lot. Like I said, I don't love putting stickers on, but at least it's only a few and they're pretty easy. They pop on real easily. Here are the two head pieces. Here is the X-Aid visor for Geo, written in katakana. And then here is the X-Aid visor for Gates, written in hiragana. I love how they still have their trademark visors, but they have that puff to pink hair that X-Aid always had. I love that. I love the designs of these. And then you also get a Jiku driver that has two ride watches so that you can switch this out once you put the armor on. So speaking of which, let's go ahead and bring in the Geo figure and we'll get to the armor. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take the Geo figure, pop off the belt, pop off the two ride watch holders on his wrists, and now you are ready. So disassemble your X-Aid armor, and then you're going to want to open up the back like so, and you can position the shoulder pad so that opens up a little bit easier, and then pop in your Geo figure. Now it's going to be a little difficult with the giant shoulder pads, but you can finagle it so that it works. There we go. So once he's in, you're going to peg those down here on the sides. This is where they actually peg in down here. So peg those together. You can position the shoulder pads. Then you take your Jiku driver, with two, and you can tell it was molded in pink and then spray painted silver. I feel like the paint's a little clunky on the one side, but it's not terrible. But anyway, you're going to peg that in to the waist area, and it fits right in there perfectly. So there you go. Now you're going to take your leg pieces, and there are holes on the side of the figure that you just line up the pegs and peg it right in. There you go. And then peg this in. There we go. Then take your arm pieces and do the same. You're going to want to probably lift up the shoulder pads so that you can peg this in. That large tab will peg into the shoulder here. Oh, I'm probably going to have to take, I have the pointing finger arm, I'm probably going to have to take that off. So technically he won't have an arm inside, but no one will know. Alright. Let's get this to peg in. There we go. And then come over to the other side and do the same. Oh, I see. This is supposed to fit inside his hand. And I'll show that off in a minute. Is that pegged in all the way? I hope so. So you can see that there's a little peg there which goes inside the fist, and then it pegs into the forearm. And then you just situate your shoulder pads, and then you take your faceplate, and that just slides onto the front. And there you go. You have Geo with X-Aid armor. I think this is really fun. It's quite silly, but I love it. Again, I love the color scheme for X-Aid, the pink and the bright green. Very, very fun. You still have your elbow articulation with the armor attached, as well as your knee articulation down here, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, super crazy and goofy, but I love it. And I think the face sculpt for the new helmet looks amazing. So very, very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this armor on Gates. I'm just going to show you the finished product. It attaches exactly the same way, so I'll come back and show you what it looks like on Gates. So here is Gates in the armor. And while I think it looks pretty cool, I definitely think it looks a little better with Geo. I just think there's a little bit too much black here. I think the gray works a little bit better with the color scheme. And even though you don't have to switch the shoulder pads this time, you do have to switch the forearms because these are only painted on one side. So how it works is these little connecting pieces, they just peg in. So you can see the black just pegs into the white. So you just pop those off so that these go in the same hands. And then you just switch those around for the color and then peg them back in. But yeah, he looks pretty good. And you can see all the silver on the back. But again, I really like this armor. I'm a big fan of X-Aid, so I'm probably a little biased, but I think it looks really fun. I think this armor is super fun. I'm really enjoying the Rider Kick figure series so far. Geo, Gates, all the armor so far have been really fun, and this one's no exception. Love the color scheme, love X-Aid. I think the giant, super long hammer arms are a little goofy, but they're definitely colorful and fun, so I don't mind them too much. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.